All right, let's look at our black press. Our black press is really a diamond and one, although much like adults who tell you that broccoli tastes good and school is fun, it's a little misleading, as you'll see, because we don't always stay in a diamond and one. First of all, let's look at our backman. Our backman is as far as the farthest offensive man. So if they put an offensive guy here, he'd be back here. But if the farthest offensive guy was here, he might be up here. So it may not be exactly a diamond and one. Also, our point guard, as you'll notice, is at the half-court line and a little bit, about one step up. Well, forget it, one step up. And he will always stay in a direct line with the ball. So if the ball were inbounded here, he would be here. If the ball got passed here, he would always be here, and I'm sorry, he would always be here, and so on. Always in a direct line with the ball. And one other thing that I want to mention. Let's get rid of some of these offensive guys here. Notice these three. Our wings are a little bit behind. Please do not stand in a straight line like this. It is not a straight line. Okay, it's really like this. And our four, who's going to take the ball, he is not right on top of the inbounder like that. He's about a step back, okay? And that's to prevent a pass in here. So let's look at what happens here when we start moving this. As you might imagine, if the ball is inbounded, we have an immediate trap with the 4 and the 3, okay, on this side. If the ball was, of course, inbounded here, the trap would be between these two guys. Now, the weak side wing, which in this case is this 3, will come here to prevent any type of pass in here. And as you could figure out, if the ball went here, 2 would move up here to prevent any type of pass in here. And that's what we want to do. That's very important here because we really don't want a pass going in here. We do not mind, like say the inbounder steps in, we don't mind a pass back there. That we can deal with. I'll show you in a minute. But this weak side wing, whether it's 2 or 3, okay, always needs to step up either here or here. So let's go through some scenarios here. Ball gets inbounded here. Of course, we know the trap. We know this weak side wing comes to cover here. Now, what a lot of offenses will do is they will rotate the ball. They'll pass back here and rotate to the other side. If that happens, the pass will go here. Notice he is here kind of containing him long enough for 4 to come here so that 2 can go back here. So that by the time that ball is rotated, we have the trap that way. All right, and of course 3 would come up the same thing to fill this weak side middle. So let's say the ball went here, we trapped, and let's say they pass back again. Okay, 3 is here. Now you're not there where he can go right past you. You're here just to kind of contain him. Okay, and then as 4 makes his way back, then 3 can make his way here, and when they rotate, we would trap them there. That's generally how we deal with the pass back and the rotation. Is contain. It's basically, we call it contain and rotate. Okay, so the first step is going to be coming here and just keeping him from taking off. We're containing him, and then when this ball gets here, we're rotating that way. All right. Well, life isn't perfect, which is why I'm coaching you guys and not the Miami Heat. But if it, maybe one day. But in any event, let's look at what happens if we try to trap, which would look like this, of course. And don't forget our point guard lines up in line with the ball. And somehow they get out of the trap. Maybe they get there faster, he dribbles out before we can get there, or it's just not a great trap, he dribbles out. So what happens? Okay. First thing is, this guy, who, remember, he started as the wing over here, all right? He is going to try to contain the ball to keep him on that side of the court. All right? As it comes up, this point guard, who you remember was in line with the ball, is going to try to meet him here so that we can get a secondary trap here. Now, what happens with the other guys? Our weak side wing, remember he started here before and he went here to the middle of the floor? He is going to take off here to stop the front pass. Okay, if there was a guy here, we would want him here. Our 4 is just going to take middle. And that's generally what it would look like. He is still just kind of playing back there as far as the farthest guy, making sure that there's no Hail Mary pass. So, make sure we get this. Let's set it up again. The pass went here, let's say. We would have the screen. He would come here. I'm sorry, a point guard would be here. Our weak side guy would be right here. Okay? If he gets out of it, we'd keep it here, keep it here. We'd have the trap here. Our middle guy is going to shoot here. And the 4 would shoot here to cover the middle. And notice that in any coverage, we always have the front of the ball covered and the middle of the court covered. But that's how that would work. All right, so let's run this all the way through. First of all, don't worry about the positions. I've put numbers for these guys. This is usually our point guard. This will usually be our big. But really, it doesn't really make a difference about positions. I just wanted to do it in a way that everybody had a different number or letter. So, and they're going really slow. We will have the trap here, and of course, so you see 2 here coming up to cover the middle, and you see our point guard coming here to be in line with the ball. Now, I've created a situation where they reverse. So you'll see 4 is going to kind of keep him here. Two will get out to him, and then we'll have the trap there. So now we'll have 4 and 2, who is this side wing. Notice 3, who is now the weak side wing. He's coming here to protect middle. Notice also our point guard once again is coming in line with the ball. Now we're imagining a situation where, for some reason, the ball handler gets out. So our wing is keeping that ball as best he can funneled this side. What you'll see is this weak side wing, remember he started here, he's going to shoot here to prevent the front pass. And our 4, who started off in the middle here, is going to shoot here. And, and the guard, when we get here, 2 is keeping him funneled so that he runs into our point guard and we can get the trap. These 2 are big trap areas around here and this area. And by having a guy here and our 4 coming here, we've covered middle, we've covered this way. Center is still just staying with wherever the center is just to prevent a Hail Mary pass.